Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. Glad to be back with you. Thought I would do another little chair chat. So the last week and a half, maybe a little bit more, has been different than normal for us here on the homestead. In fact, part of the time we haven't been at the homestead. My son had got an infection in his leg from a skin infection called cellulitis from getting a scratch on the back of his legs while working on the fencing that he was doing for me. He had this before, and it's a very serious infection. In fact, it can go to your heart. It can kill you. So I had quite a time getting him to go to the doctor. But finally, one day the pain was so severe. That's something that goes with cellulitis, is that it is incredibly painful, that he came in and talked to me and said, I think I need to go to the hospital. So actually we turned out going to the doctor first, and the doctor sent us to the hospital, and they hospitalized him overnight. And during that time, he had about 7 bags of IV antibiotics, and they sent us home with medication, oral antibiotics. And then a couple days later, he was worse, so we were back at the hospital again. But the story I want to tell you about today was something that I'd never seen before, ever. In fact, I never thought that I would see. I've been reading about this happening, but it was just different. So when Jason was released from the hospital, I had found a new chair for him, a lift chair, to just give him enough help that he could get up easier. He doesn't, let it do all the work for him. But, and we just had my little soul, so I called my brother, John, and he came to haul it for us. And he took Jason home at the same time, and they just had some nice little visit together. Well, it had been a stressful few days for me. It's no fun to have family members in the hospital and in so much pain. So I was kind of glad to have a little bit of time to myself, just to run the errands I needed to. I needed to pick up a few groceries, not very many. And I also needed to get the oral antibiotics that he'd be taking. Well, I was on one of the main drags in Roseburg, and I was stopped at a red light. I was the first in line on the right-hand lane. There was somebody next to me, and the cars behind me. And so I was just sitting there, and then the light turned green. And I started to go, when from my peripheral vision on the right side, I saw a police car just flying. It was going so fast. And so I slammed on my brakes as he was going through the red light. And the other person next to me took a little longer, so the police officer had to really slow down. But as soon as he could, he was flying again. That car was going fast. And it was followed by 4 other police cars. I'd never seen anything like that, and I was not very thrilled. We'll just say it that way. I wasn't very thrilled. So I was headed to go get pizza to take home, and I thought, well, they went that way, and I'm going this way, so, at least I, won't be in the path. Well, I got about a block and a half further, and I got stopped at a stoplight, but this time I wasn't in the front at all. And all of a sudden I saw about 5 police cars, more police cars just flying by in front of me. So they'd been behind me and now in front of me. and I'm stuck in traffic. There's no place to go. I'm feeling really uneasy. I'm shocked, really. And then they had put out a tax strip for the vehicle that they were chasing, and that had worked and had damaged his tires, and that caused him to damage his rig. In fact, he'd sideswiped a car. He almost hit a couple other people during this time. And suddenly I saw police officers jump out of their rigs. They had surrounded him on 3 sides, and they jumped out of their rigs. They had their guns drawn, and they were yelling, "Get out of the car! Get out of the car!" And he wasn't complying. And I was thinking, why am I in the middle of this? I can't get out of the way. And I was actually afraid if there was any type of gun battle. I was really close because bullets can travel a long, long ways. Finally, the light turned green, and instead of going straight, like I meant to the pizza place, I was out of there. I turned right. I went a lot of blocks. I didn't even remember the pizza for quite a while. And I was shook. I was quivering inside. It really caused a panic for me. And finally I remembered the pizza. I was talking to my girlfriend. I had her on speakerphone this whole time, actually. And I said, "Oh, I forgot the pizza." And she said, "Well, go get it." I'm like, I don't want to head back there because the man had not been complying, and I didn't know what was going on. She said, "Go get your pizza." Well, I thought that was really brave of her, 60 miles away. And so I went ahead to get the pizza, and at that point, they had apprehended him. He had finally, just a second, my dog's chewing my carpet. Hey, quit that. They had finally, he had come out, and they'd gotten him. In fact, I have a picture of that I will probably put in the comments if I'm able to. My dog is not doing what I asked. Quit. So I got my pizza and I left. And what I found out that it was obviously a high-speed police chase. They had been following this man who'd been under surveillance for about a month, selling large doses of large quantities of drugs. I quivered and felt panicked for about an hour and a half after that. And what I want to say is, I don't want to be afraid. And I don't want you to be afraid. But I guess we just need to be more aware. And in prayer, knowing that God will keep us safe. Or He'll walk through a hard time with us. Either one. But we can trust Him. So I just thought I would tell you that story. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do. Or share it with other people. I am trying to get 500 subscribers by Christmas. And I think I'm at 484. So whenever you either like, or if you don't like my video, give a thumbs down. That actually helps it get out more. And if you would leave a comment, that really helps it get out more so that more people can see it. Well, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house, out of your house, in the day and night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming and keep aware.